Atlanta, this is All Access Indy, the championship game. Coming up, it's Notre Dame versus Ohio State with a national championship on the line.
Leonard throws wide open. Jaden Greathouse avoided Jalen Reed and scores.
The Fighting Irish are seeking their first national title since 1988.
That's why all these players choose to come to Notre Dame. One of the reasons is to be a part of a program that can win a national championship.
As for the Buckeyes, they arrive in Atlanta in search of the program's first title in 10 years.
Every game, you're either trying to prove somebody right or prove somebody wrong. It doesn't matter, when it is, and it'll be the same thing in this game.
Who will celebrate tonight? All Access Indy, the championship game, starts now.
Welcome to Atlanta, where tonight we're getting set for the biggest game in college football. The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame getting set to take on Ohio State in the college football playoff championship game. Hi, everybody. Welcome to All Access Indy, the championship game. I'm Anthony Calhoun. Coming up next year in the next 30 minutes here on Wish TV live from Atlanta, Georgia, we'll get you ready for tonight's matchup between two powerhouses. Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, getting set to take on Ohio State. When you look at these two teams, they are on a mission to win a national title. As far as Notre Dame trying to win their first national championship since 1988. As far as the Buckeyes of Ohio State trying to win their first title since 2014. Take a look here behind me as we continue to work our way off here at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. They're expecting over 70,000 fans to be here tonight. No doubt this is one of the hardest tickets in the history of the college football playoffs to get your hands on to see this game here tonight. The Irish come in riding a 13-game winning streak. They find themselves as a 9-point underdog in this matchup here against Ohio State. As far as their head coach, Marcus Freeman, he says his team was built for moments like this.
To get people to commit to something bigger than themselves, they have to feel like their determined role is important. And then they have to make a choice that no matter what, us achieving team glory is more important than what I want as an individual. I think it's a choice that every coach, every player, every person in our football program has to continuously make. But I think if they can see the value they have in us achieving our ultimate goal of team glory, and then they're more than willing to continue to give everything they have to the program.
What a journey it has been for the Notre Dame football team this year. We talked about that 13 straight wins here for the Irish. Who would have thought they would have been in this game after their loss there early in the season to Northern Illinois? But my goodness, the journey they have been on has been incredible. Big wins. We saw them beat IU, took care of Georgia, then beat Penn State, and now here they are against Ohio State here. 11 national titles, of course, for this rich tradition when it comes to college football. And how about this here? Just by playing this game here tonight, they're going to pick up $20 million that goes directly to Notre Dame because they're independent. On top of that, $50 million from NBC. Are you kidding me? $70 million there combined there for the Notre Dame athletics program. All right, meanwhile, of course, they're getting set to take on Ohio State. We all know the deal with Ohio State. They're one of the powerhouses when it comes to college football. They're in the championship game for the first time since 2020. And who would have thought their journey would be right here in Atlanta as well after that loss to Michigan just back in November. Who would have thought they would have been here? But now they find themselves here, one win away from a national title. Let's take a look at their resume there. And how about this? On their run here to Atlanta, they've beaten Tennessee. We saw what they did against them. Oregon, the #1 overall seed, took care of business against them. And then they beat Texas in the semifinals. Their average margin of victory, 20 points. Are you kidding me? They were national finalists, we mentioned in 2020. trying to get to their first championship and win it since 2014. The Buckeyes, they're ready to go tonight.
Really, the focus is about executing and making sure that we prepare for this game, not the fact that it's Ohio State versus Notre Dame. Nothing in the past matters, and nothing moving forward matters. The fact that these are both Midwest programs, large fan base, alumni base. Have an opportunity to recruit nationally. I think there's a lot in common there, and certainly everybody on our program has a lot of respect for Notre Dame.
You just hear there from the head coach there for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Much respect here for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Okay, let's continue our coverage here tonight live from Atlanta with our very own Andrew Chernoff, who made the trip here to Atlanta with yours truly as well. He's standing by just outside here, this stadium here in Atlanta, with more on tonight's game and those Fighting Irish fans ready to go. Right, Andrew?
Oh, AC, they sure are ready to go, and you know who they are in love with right now? Notre Dame quarterback Riley Leonard. What a job he has done this season getting Notre Dame to this point. I think just his answers to the questions, how he's carried himself, has really earned him a lot of fans in this Notre Dame community. Now, both quarterbacks in this matchup have incredible skills. We've seen it on full display this entire season. Yes, Riley may run the ball pretty well, almost like he does when he comes to throwing the ball. Will Howard throws the ball extremely well with all those weapons. Take a look at these comparisons right here. Passing yards, Riley Leonard over 2,600. Well, Will Howard blows him away, but look at the rushing yard difference. Riley Leonard, 866 rushing yards along with 16 rushing touchdowns. Multi-dimensional. Clearly, both quarterbacks have built up confidence throughout the season and know that they can perform on the biggest stage.
I think I believed in myself throughout my entire career, and that's helped me go a long way. I mean, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody will. And I've definitely seen myself on this platform before. It kind of feels like deja vu a little bit.
You're never done learning, and the more that you can go out there and feel different situations, understand how to deal with it, not just in the moment, but mentally, emotionally, after it. I've dealt with pretty much almost every scenario that a quarterback could probably deal with.
No doubt about it. And what's pretty cool about that duo is that they were once roommates in the Manning Passing Academy back in the day, so they have massive respect for each other and have built up a friendship over this time. AC, pretty cool stuff. And hey, I want to remind everyone of this. Riley Leonard says this is why he transferred to Notre Dame, is to compete for national titles. He'll have the chance to do so tonight.
All right, Andrew, join us live here at All Access Indy, the championship game just outside here, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. More with Andrew coming up here tonight on the show. All right, we're going to take a timeout, folks. We got much more live coverage coming your way here as we get ready for the big game tonight between Notre Dame and Ohio State. On the way, Marcus Freeman chasing history tonight. Former Colts head coach Tony Dungy, he knows about some history when it comes to big games. He's going to join us live here tonight on the show. That's on the way. And we talk about those Notre Dame fans ready to go. What about those Ohio State fans? Well, there's an IndyCar driver that will be rooting for OHIO tonight. All that and much more still to come here on All Access Indy, the championship game, live from Atlanta.
All Access Indy, the championship game. Brought to you by Wilson, Kehoe, and Winingham.